Alrighty, so now that we actually have the client who has signed the contract and is ready to go for an SEO project, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be onboarding them through the intake form. And so the purpose of the intake form is to gather all the relevant information from the client to make sure that we can set up all the social profiles correctly. And so you can find my intake form at pollyanna.net /intake tac form / and that has all the information that a business might need to enter. And so their company name, their address, their phone number, their website, obviously, if they have a profile email, their business type category, product services. I need to clean up this form a bit, but basically it goes over everything and anything that you might need to upload to be able to develop all the social profiles. Here you upload the business logo, any photos, and so you can do that all through this form that I have right here. And some people might ask, is this information all necessary? And yes, all this information is necessary, and completing this form till its fullest is very important, because this is what we're going to be putting on your Yelp, on your Facebook, on your Instagram. And we want to fill those profiles out completely because that gives Google all the information it needs to be able to rank you. The more the profiles are developed, the more that they're filled, the more that Google has the content to understand what this website is about. And so remember, as I showed you in the structure, the tiered structure, when these social profiles are filled out and powerful, Google's going to trust them more, and they're going to funnel more power to the actual website. And so basically what the client's going to do is they're going to fill this out, and then once they've filled it out, we can actually begin the onboarding process and SEO. Now let's take a look at this. And this is a document that I would maintain with all of the client's information. And so let's say they filled out all the information in my intake form. I would then populate this spreadsheet in order to keep track of our client. And so, we insert a client name, test name, client business name. We set up the email. And if the domain doesn't already have an email, I'll create the email on their account. And so for that, I would need access to their cPanel. So I can create a forward for the domain. I pop in the address, phone number, and business description, which I would be given. And the keywords that we want to rank for, we'll do the main money keyword, but then I'll also do different LSIs. And LSI means latent semantic index, and those are basically just variations of the keyword. It could be, let's say for the word, an LSI for the word business. It could be business, businesses, local businesses, and different variations of those words. Those are considered LSIs. So if you rank for those different LSIs, it makes it more likely to rank for your money keyword, which is what we'll be targeting. Also have all the photos, the website and login. If it's a WordPress, it makes it super easy. I know all the different plugins to install. But if it's not, if it's custom HTML, I won't be messing around with the plugins too much. I'm not too great with that. But for the SEO process, I'd just mainly be providing the content and passing that along to the web developer to fix that up. The cPanel and the FTP. This is necessary if they haven't already set up the webmaster tools, and to verify associated accounts such as the Pinterest account or the Google account. That'd be great too, so you can start tracking that in the Search Console and webmaster tools. And then add the Google login, and that's basically from setting up a Gmail for the website. Okay, and so that's the basic process. You take all that information from the intake form, and then here's the logins. We'd set up each of these. We'd set up the Google account. That's important, so you can get the console, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Yelp, Google My Business, YouTube, Yahoo, Bing. There's LinkedIn. And then Noem is a website. I'll show you. Noem.com. This is basically a list of different social media sites that we'll be building out, and these are the most popular ones. You can type in the name of the site here, and basically you can get all the different social profiles that can build out. and I was just going through them, each and every single one of them, optimizing each, making sure they have a link, filling out the photos, filling out all the information, so that they're pointing at the money website, as we chatted about in the SEO overview, that's powering it up. It's making sure it's trusted, making sure these trusted friends are surrounded by our website, so then we can then pass along the traffic and the PBN juice later on. And so that's basically it. That's the SEO process. That's taking it from the discovery form to the actual SEO project to completion. You know, every single day they'll be receiving a ranking update, so they can see exactly how things are changing up and down every single day. Again, the updates too. Any Google updates, I'm always keeping a finger on that. And then after that, it's just a matter of sending traffic, building out more social profiles, building out the PBNs, procuring those PBNs, and it's that continuous process until we get where it is that we want. One thing that I can do as well is if a client's getting antsy, I can rank a YouTube video if they have that. YouTube videos rank really quickly. And that's it's really simple how to properly set up a YouTube video. It's very similar to on page with a couple of variations. But you do that, and then you can show them that as ranking proof, and that can satisfy them for a while as we continue to build, because SEO is a long drawn out process. It's an investment in your company, just like I remember I said about the faucet. You're slowly opening that faucet up and more water is flowing through. It's not going to be instant. One of the great metaphors that I like using is like training for a marathon. Your website is currently lethargic, it's fat, it's overweight. You're not going to be able to run a marathon the next day if you haven't been running. So just as with SEO, and training for the marathon, you got to begin day by day building up the proper habits, shedding off a couple pounds here and there, and so that you can get yourself into marathon shape. At first, you might not even be able to run, but then you'll be able to walk, and then slowly as you're walking, then you start running, and then a couple months later, you can get going and you start running. And that's the same thing with SEO. It's not going to be an overnight thing. It's not going to be a couple weeks. I mean, sometimes the keywords is easy enough. You can do it in a couple weeks, but it's a long-term investment in your business, and it's something that is completely worth it. Just contrast it with paid ads. Contrast it with any other form of advertising, Google placement, front page placement. You are getting targeted leads, hot leads who are looking for your service. And so you can't beat that. You're getting exactly the type of people that you want. You're not pursuing traditional advertising such as print, TV, radio, where you're just blasting everyone. You got the targeted audience that you want because they're searching for your product, and that's what makes it so powerful. Being at the top gives you the authority bias, and there's so much that goes into it. So I went a little tangent for the last part, but this is basically the process. If you have any questions, concerns, you want me to explain something a little bit more, feel free to ask me. And talk to you and look forward to working on some projects together. All right, bye-bye.